Welcome to Julia Lives and a review of Biloxi, Mississippi. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, that does something to the YouTube algorithm so that more people will get to see the video that they're searching for. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Welcome to Biloxi Beach. This is right across the street from Treasure Bay Casino, as you can see. And it begins here, and then you just go all the way down here. Isn't it beautiful? Now keep in mind the water here is brackish. It's the combination of fresh water and salt water, so it's not clear water. It's not certainly like, and is very pristine. It's very white. It's very pretty. It's actually the 4th of July here today, and it's not very busy. Certainly with all the closures, I think people are staying at home. Now from this distance too, you can also see the lighthouse over here. Just zoom in a little bit. So it's a great location. It's a beautiful beach. I certainly would recommend visiting, and just to see the area. It's not a huge city. It's really kind of a beach town. It's very quaint, it's very charming, and just a beautiful place to visit. So this is Biloxi Beach. Parking here at Biloxi Beach is free, and there's plenty of spots today, but I'm sure when there's not a pandemic, it's probably quite a bit busier. There's also parking in either direction. Some pretty big areas. Right across the street here is Souvenir City. If you need to get a watermelon-shaped flotation device or something that says Biloxi, it's a great place to go. And then if you turn around this way, here is more beach rentals. So you can rent chairs, you can rent, looks like people are actually putting a water trike into the water. They're wheeling that out. You can rent tubes, chairs, all kinds of fun stuff. So don't be worried if you come to Biloxi that you'll have nothing to do. It's beautiful here. It's very hot. Umbrellas too are available to rent if you don't want to be in the heat, because there really is very little shade on this beach. So let's keep going and see what else is here. Here's Biloxi Beach from the other end, and it's even got this fun little sand dune. So if you have kids, they would probably love running up and down that thing for hours and chasing each other and having a great time. As you can see from this end, a ton of parking available today. But again, if it was very busy, you might have a little bit of trouble. If we swing around this way, there's also this green space over here that you'll see, and people are setting up picnics and things over there, so that's also a possibility. Again, it is all free parking here. This is the Biloxi Lighthouse Pier. It is about 6:30 in the morning. It's fairly empty. You will see the parking lot does have a few people. For some reason, they don't seem like they're here to watch the sunrise and drink coffee. That's just my opinion. And this is the Beau Rivage. This is to the left here. And then if you spin totally around, you'll see the sunrise, but you'll also see the Biloxi Visitor Center and Lighthouse here. Okay, so that's just a 360 view for you. Again, you know, there is too a homeless population down here in the morning. There's a park right across the street, and so just be aware of what your comfort zone is. The people seem friendly, but they're certainly approaching people and talking about their lives and asking for money and things like that. So just be aware of it. You know, certainly I would not send young kids down here alone at this time, but I'm comfortable here. If you're running, I also think you'd be fine here. It's a very beautiful beach. There's rentals down here, and during the day it gets very, very busy, and it's just a fun place to hang out. When you're done with the beach, if you want to do something else, you can tour the historic home of Jefferson Davis called Beauvoir. And now I will take you on a trip through the property called Beauvoir. Welcome to Beauvoir, the home of Jefferson Davis. It is a $12 admission to get in. There is access to a museum as well. This is the main house that I just toured, and I'll show you the photographs of it. It's very interesting. So Jefferson Davis actually paid $5,000 to a woman for this house, but then found out it was left to him. He inherited it, I think, 2 years later when she passed away. And then to the left is a cottage that you can rent out for $125 a night. And I think that's very interesting. So that would be kind of a cool thing to do. You have access then to the entire property in the bayou that's behind the home. And it's 608 acres, so it's massive. So then over here is another little house, and that one plays a movie that's, I think, 25 minutes long, but it is air conditioned if you're interested in that. So that is Beauvoir, and that means beautiful view. Here we are on the property behind Beauvoir. This is a cemetery of Confederate soldiers. There are over 800 graves here, and this tomb is also of a Confederate soldier. Their names are also on these bricks in front of us. Someone stopped to tell me, one of the people who runs this, that there's a woman who's buried back here who was a reporter in New Orleans, who was married 8 times to Confederate soldiers. And when she was asked why was she married so many times, she said, well, if God's gonna keep sending them, I'll just keep marrying them. So this is what's located behind Beauvoir. When you're done with your historical tour, a couple of blocks up the street is the Beau Rivage Hotel and Casino. You can park next door and use the beach that's adjacent, take a walk on the boardwalk, go inside and try your luck at the casino tables and the slot machines, or take in a couple of the restaurants that they have there too. It's just a beautiful property. It reminds me a little bit of the Gaylord in Nashville, Tennessee. And if you don't want to eat at the Beau Rivage, you can also find plenty of food around Biloxi, from fantasy donuts that I'll show you here in just a minute, and the shrimp and grits. There's all kinds of great high-calorie foods if you want to find those too. So before you go, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Again, that does something to this YouTube algorithm, so that people who are looking for this information will be referred to it by YouTube. So thanks again. This is Julia with Julia Lives, and I'm so glad that you stopped by today, and I hope you get a chance to visit Biloxi.